Why is it that some people travels around the world to see their favorite sports team, to see them play, but that's not considered extreme? Why is it that people can buy tickets to their favorite concert, hang posters of their favorite artist, and buy every single CD that there is, but that's not extreme? Now, I'm not saying that any of these things are wrong, but when it comes to Jesus, people think that laying down your life for Him, giving up things for Him, is extreme. I believe that that is the devil that's put that in people's minds, because when it comes to God, nothing is extreme. A lot of things that people get wrong is just making every excuse to stay in their sins. Now, I ask that you please read your Bible and make sure that what I say lines up with it. But I believe that you can come as you are to God, but you don't stay that way. You humble yourself and allow God to shape you to who He meant for you to be, who He created you to be. When we haven't found God yet, and we haven't let God shape us, we naturally have sin in us, and we can often allow the devil to be how the devil wants us to be. But when we find God, we're supposed to humble ourselves. We're supposed to follow His commandments, overcome all the sins, and shape ourselves to who God created us to be. And you think to yourself, the music that you listen to, the movies that you watch, it affects your spirit, which in another video sometime I'll touch more upon. But right now I want to say, ask yourself, would Jesus like that? Would Jesus like for you to listen to, let's say, Taylor Swift? Is that of God? Sure, she says she's a Christian, but that's hypocrite, because obviously she's a witch. And that's just an example. Would Jesus listen to this music? Would Jesus sit with you and watch a movie about vampires? Vampires are demonic. They have every trait that's similar to demons. Every trait that demons just have. It's like demons are like, oh, it's not a demon, it's a vampire. But yet they have the same trait as demons. These things can open up portals to demons. And anything that does that, you think, would Jesus watch this? Same with magic. You know how God feels about magic? That's blasphemy. That's mocking God. Any power, anything. Oh, it's not a witch. It's a fairy. But it has the same traits as a witch. The devil wants to mock God always. That's why he got casted to earth, because he wanted to be like God. So he will use he's sneaky and will use everything to twist. So what I'm saying is, like, these things is important to give up for Jesus, for God. These worldly things are only gonna last a second. These worldly things are not gonna be here anymore. These jobs that we long for, this relationship we long for. Christianity is more than a religion. It's a relationship with God. When was the last time you spoke to Jesus? When was the last time you spoke to God? And I'm not just saying repeating the Lord's Prayer or repeating this rehearsed prayer, to actually talk to him like you would do a friend, like you would do your father, because he is your father. And not only just talk to him, but also listen to him. Spend time with him. Read his word, because that's what the words in that Bible is, what he says to you. And also something that I like to do is when I pray, I like to say, God, silence my flesh and help me to hear you, to hear your voice, to cast any distractions, any spirit of distraction, and help me to focus and listen to you. And I'm going to listen to you right now, and you just sit in silence. And he will answer that. He will silence your mind, and he'll speak to you. Because this is a relationship. You must get to know your father, and you must allow him to speak to you, to tell you who he is. And these stories in the Bible, they're not just stories, they're who God is. When it comes to God, nothing is extreme. I hope this helps. God bless.